Well, some very active weather here for the first part of the week. We're talking about a couple rounds of storms. Some of those will be severe, potential for tornadoes Tuesday in southeastern Minnesota, followed by a little bit of a break before more rain at the end of the week. We have a very active setup here in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. You can see all these little X's. Those are basically pieces of energy or little ripples or waves in the atmosphere. And you're seeing this line of clouds, kind of a train of moisture lined up, headed towards us. So with daytime heating today, combined with this next ripple, we are going to see some storms develop this evening into the overnight. Now, how much that fills in could affect tomorrow's potential weather if it stays too cloudy or wet. And then the next more potent upper level wave comes through tomorrow. That's going to really deepen the pressure here at the surface. We've got a broad area of low pressure today. But as we head into tomorrow, that next wave is really going to deepen things here. This is the surface low as we head into late Tuesday. National Weather Service is talking about that this is a once in a decade low pressure for late May. This is something we normally would see in winter or early spring, to see a low pressure this low. So that is unusual. That tells us that the setup tomorrow is substantial for potential weather. But again, if we see too many clouds and showers persist through the day tomorrow, that might hamper the severe threat and push it further south. Today, the threat is mostly across far southern Minnesota into Nebraska. Main threat will be some large hail or gusty winds here this evening into the overnight. But tomorrow is looking like a potentially worse setup for possible tornadoes. So here's storms popping about 7, 8 o'clock. Those fill in. Now, this is the high-resolution rapid refresh model, and it is the most aggressive at filling in the moisture tonight and kind of keeps it lingering into tomorrow, which would suppress the severe weather threat. Other models don't do that, though. So that's why we're looking at a very broad area of an enhanced risk of severe weather for tomorrow, because it could be over this whole area, but we might be too far north of it if we see too many clouds and showers through the morning and midday tomorrow. One of the machine model forecasts, learning model forecasts, puts that probability, highest probability of tornadoes, not that far away, just into western Wisconsin potentially for late tomorrow. There's gonna be lots of shear. We'll have all the dynamics tomorrow. It's just a matter of how much instability do we generate? Do we get enough sunshine and temperatures warming up through the day tomorrow? That will all depend upon some of this overnight thunderstorm activity. But winds at the surface will be coming in out of the southeast, and mid-level winds coming in from the west-southwest. So there will be that ideal turning of winds with height so that updrafts and storms that get going will become organized into some supercells. But this is just showing you a bit of a difference. The high-resolution rapid refresh models I was talking about keeps us in the 60s, cooler. You can see the warmth to the south, but the NAM model is more broad, and so you have more energy farther north in some of the models compared to some of the others. And this is going to be the difference in, do we see a severe threat tomorrow in southeastern Minnesota or not? And that we really won't know until we head into tomorrow morning and see what's going on with some of the activity from the overnight. That is impacting the significant tornado parameter too. The NAM model, much more broad with that area of potential tornadoes, and the other model, not so much. Now, as we head into tomorrow afternoon, it's going to follow that surface low. We're going to see the strongest storms and then move up through southeastern Minnesota into western Wisconsin. Regardless of if we see a lot of severe weather or not, we are going to see some heavy rain. That is going to be a broad area of moisture, whether the storms develop further south or further north. We're talking about 1 to 3 inches of rain, broadly speaking, across the state, except for the northwestern corner of the state, which needs the moisture the most. In fact, we have a slight risk of an excessive rainfall outlook for tomorrow. We're gonna have to watch some of the rivers and things because the ground is saturated, and if we see as much rain as some of the models are spitting out, that could be a bit of a problem. Most of the models are spitting out isolated, localized areas of 5 or 6 inches. So this is just one model in particular, that high resolution rapid refresh model has some 5-6 inch rainfall amounts through early Wednesday. So we'll have to see where that exactly sets up. Model's not very good at the placement of specific heavy rainfall amounts. That will be kind of as we see it. 78 though today, again, that temperature warming up will help to produce some of those thunderstorms this evening into the overnight. So don't be shocked if you're woke up again to some thunder overnight. Tomorrow, we'll see it early. And then if we get a midday break with sunshine, severe storms developing in the evening. Otherwise, scattered showers and thunderstorms kind of on and off through the day tomorrow. Wednesday will be cooler behind that system, but the sun's back Thursday, but we have another shot of rain moving in Friday. And right now, the Memorial Weekend doesn't look too bad. Best chances of rain is going to be Friday, but there could be some isolated thunder around this weekend too.